what it is. Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Retro Neo Ness here, back with another Neo Geo AES video. It's been a few months since I've posted some of my recent pickups, and I've added quite a few. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I post all of my regular pickups, whether that's Neo Geo or other consoles, on there, so go check me out there. But let's do a deep dive in some of the games that I've picked up, do a quick playthrough on some of these games and test them and make sure they're working properly. And we'll discuss a few things coming up here in the future on the channel, and I look forward to showing and hanging out with you then when we do those videos. Check it out. All right, first game. King of Fighters 97. This is the Japanese version. Typically, I will buy the Japanese versions for exclusive games only, meaning the games that weren't made in the US or they didn't have a US insert manual, etc. I just buy the Japanese version. It wouldn't be a proper showing of Neo Geo AES games if I didn't do a quick smell test. So let's do that real quick. I'm inclined to believe that that smelled like old laundry and old leather boots. What did he say? No idea. And that looks really good. Let's take a closer look at that. A 97 manual. That's really nice. You know what? I didn't even bother looking at this, but it looks like it's got some paperwork here too. So, you know what? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this paperwork came from. I mean, generally I would be accustomed to seeing this type of paperwork in an MVS kit, but I don't know. If someone knows, or are these codes? These may be codes. Left, right, left, right, left, right, AC, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, BD. Interesting. May have to try this out and see what it does. Unfortunately, my Japanese is super rusty, and I no longer know how to partially read Japanese anymore. The cart, and look at that glossy finish on both the caution sticker and the sticker itself. For some goofy reason, everyone has this game priced at such a weird price. They have it like, you know, $500-600. I'm inclined to think that this is more of a $300 to $400 game. And I know a lot of you are like, dang, $300, you crazy. I'm like, yeah, well, that's the only drawback with this one is it didn't have a baggie. And, you know, when I purchased this, you know, this particular sticker doesn't have that super sheeny gloss like some of the newer titles do. And in doing so, you look at that, it's got some damage right here on the sticker, which is unfortunate. The soft shell looks good, no cracks, which is great to see. It's really hard finding some of these with no cracks in them, but other than that, everything else looks pretty good. I've already cleaned this up pretty well. It was a little nasty on the outside of the box, but this looks pretty good. Outside of the manual, a little wrinkly, and the cart having just a smidge of damage, but other than that, the game is great.
Heroes 1. Look at that game, y'all. And for some goofy reason, I didn't have this. Like, I passed over this game multiple times when I was out and about. You know, I've been to a couple of conventions. I had an opportunity to buy it there, and I'm pretty sure the pricing was really good. But for some reason, I guess I just got it confused with my World Heroes Perfect and my World Heroes 2, and I just didn't have the game. This game has actually gone up in price for some goofy reason. I'm not sure why, but other than that, and again, if you notice, like, the older titles don't have that super gloss on them. They're kind of a matte finish. But other than that, this is in really good shape. Really good shape. But there's a crack here, and there's a crack right here in this too. The flaps. So, again, it's a little hard to find these brittle soft cases. You know, 20 plus years with these games, and it becomes a little bit harder to find very minty condition games.
Round 1, fight.
Next up, Super Sidekicks 1, and this one is a little rough. I got this one in a trade. I had an opportunity to pick up a really mint one, but I was able to do some trade for this one and picked it up here instead. So a lot of water damage here all the way across up top. Maybe down the road I will upgrade this one. Potentially upgrade. Yeah, so you can see there's tons of damage on here. I'm not a big fan of damaged Neo Geo games. Normally I pass on that, but the trade on this one was too good. It was too good. Manual for the most part looks good. You know, a little bit of a crease here. And again, folks, you know, I'm picky on certain games, others I'm not. This particular game I'm not super picky on. The more rarer stuff, the hard to find stuff, yes, I'm, you know, if I'm paying lots and lots of money, I'm going to make sure that it's in tip-top shape. So, sticker on this bad boy looks good. Very clean. Very for the case being as bad as it looks, the contacts, the sticker on this look phenomenal. So that's, you know, not a lot of insertion marks on this. Looks like just the case was gone through a lot of years of damage. So, and yes, there is some damage to the soft case here too as well. So let's take a quick look at that. See that hole right here in the corner. Again, you know, future stuff. Like, folks, if you're looking for these games and you're not overly picky on the condition, you can talk down some of the sellers, or even some of these stores, because a lot of these Neo Geo games, you know, they'll have a lot of the common stuff, but they sit on that common stuff for a long time because there's not a lot of collectors. Aggressors of Dark Combat. Look at that. Local seller I got this from. Do a lot of business with him. He's great. Aggressors of Dark Combat. This one is a really cool game. It's really cool. Aspects of the double plane jumping and sweating and vomiting, and, you know, when you receive a lot of damage on your character, it's really cool. It didn't get the love that it really deserved, but this is a really awesome game. A really cool fighting game. Condition-wise, everything looks really good. Few insertion marks, I mean, to be expected with a game this age. And other than that, it looks pretty. saw this on my Instagram post. This came with it. So this was a registration card of some kind. I don't believe that these came with the US version. So if anybody knows about this particular registration card or where it went to, maybe it was a console, but it has information in Hong Kong for Neo Geo stuff, and even has a serial number there, which is kind of cool. Back is empty. But if anybody has any history on these types of cards, please drop a comment down below. I would love to know. Boom. Fatal Fury 3, and as you can see, I've got it in my trusty dusty acrylic case from Eclipse. So if you saw the video, link up in the description right up top here, of what I did a unboxing of multiple companies for acrylic cases, and I did some reviews on that, but I love these. So we'll just pull this out real quick. Sweet. Fatal Fury 3. This is a phenomenal game. I love Fatal Fury 3. Played a lot of this. Now, the only drawback with this game, I got a smoking deal on it, but the only problem is no manual. So this is the only incomplete Neo Geo game that I have. I do have this in the Japanese version as well. Cart looks phenomenal and looks really good. I know a lot of you are like, man, Ness, what are you doing? Why would you buy it? This game pops up every so often, and that's awesome. It pops up, but a lot of times the condition on the game, the case, etc., isn't that great. So I found this for a good deal. I got it, and hopefully down the road I will come across maybe a not so good condition version of the game, and I'll pick it up, put the manual in this one, and maybe sell the other one. The prized possession of the day, Metal Slug 4 with the modern and classic insert. So let's open this bad boy up. So Metal Slug 4, look at that. I prefer the classic insert, and I'll crack this open real quick so everyone can see it. But so the manual, it's very bright. It's not, the classic insert is very minimal, but it's super nice. And this manual is minty. It's sharp, super sharp. And then the cart, if you notice, generally you'll have the red lines here, kind of like what you see in Aggressors of Dark Combat, the red. Well, for the classic insert, they made 2 stickers. So the original was the red sticker, or the red bordering lines here. And when they released these for the US version, they did a classic insert and this sticker. So you could have purchased just the regular version of it, and the original sticker would have had the red lines. It's actually under this sticker. So whoever had this prior just placed the sticker over the top of the original, which is fine. It happens. Some collectors back in the day were doing that. Either way, it's in great condition, and it looks good. The cart is in phenomenal shape. The contacts are great. So good there. So take a look at that. That is the modern insert for Metal Slug 4. It pops a lot. I like it. It's very bright, very vibrant. Looks really good. But there can be only one yellow spine on the Neo Geo AES, and that is Mark of the Wolves. That's just my thought process. That's my opinion on this. But if we take a look at both inserts there, look at that. Which one do you like better? Drop comments down below. Do you like the classic insert for Metal Slug 4, or do you like the more modern insert here? The modern insert pops for sure, but that classic insert just does something. It does something to the game. Yeah, uniform wise on the shelf, the classic insert, the spine, matches a lot of the other ones too. So we have that.
Mission 1, start!
So those were some great pickups that we added to the collection, and that brings the grand total of Neo Geo games for the AES, US and Japanese, to 77 titles that we have. So we're still grinding it out, looking for the more rarer games, the hard to find games. It's gonna be a little slow because, as for some of you that followed me and have been following me for the last couple of years on Instagram, you know I buy Neo Geo games in clusters. So first half of the year, I pick up quite a few titles, take a break, mid portion of the year into summer, I buy a bunch, and then I take a break, and we're coming in on the tail end of summertime-ish, moving into August. So I won't be buying as many games, but then we move into the fall, and I start picking it back up again. That's generally how I give myself some time to recuperate a little bit of money after spending so much on some of these titles. And in my downtime, I usually buy games on my Super Nintendo, 64, Genesis, things of that nature to keep me busy in the time frame there. Be on the lookout on the channel. I've got some more videos coming, some of them Neo Geo related, and also some game hunting videos. I haven't done any in a while. I normally don't do a lot of game hunting videos just because it's hit or miss, especially in my area. There's a lot of resellers, a lot of fellow collectors that live in my area, and it's slim pickings sometimes. And we're hitting that patch in the year where we don't see a lot of stuff coming up. Here in the next couple of months, we also have Retropalooza, so I'll also be recording there. And if you happen to see me in the Dallas-Arlington area at Retropalooza this year, please feel free to come say hi. I'll be there both days, and I'll have some guests with me. We do this every year, and we'll be looking to find some more games to add to our collections while we're there. If you like what you saw on today's video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, collect the way you want to collect, and I'll check you out next time. Peace.